Business Insight. The CEO of American Savings Bank is so certain he can win business from customers dissatisfied with their current bank that he has put his personal cell phone number out there for all to see. Take a look. Jack Kuntz's smiling face is on a billboard on I-71 near the Smith Edwards Road exit, advertising his personal cell number under the title, "Being Ignored by Your Bank?" Jack Kuntz is with us this morning. He joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks.
So, and Jack promised me he turned his phone off. We're not going to have any calls during the interview.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Is your phone just ringing off the hook?
It is, yeah. It's in the first week since the billboard went up, probably got 40 calls. And there's three general categories. It's either somebody that's really being ignored by their bank and is looking for banking business, or it's a salesperson that says, "Oh, I saw your sign and I want to sell you something."
Yeah.
Or it's somebody that can't believe it's the CEO's number, and those people usually just hang up.
So is this all hours, or do you turn it off at night?
No,
or?
I keep it on 7/24. Some people work different shifts than the 9 to 5, and they're driving home from work and give me a call. Now, I haven't gotten any after-hours calls yet on this.
Oh, that's
But I will take them. I take all the calls myself. That's my real cell phone number. It's the cell phone number I had when my phone was bigger than a sewing machine. I've never had another cell phone. And it's a way of differentiating the bank. It's doing something that shows accessibility, agility, flexibility. And I ask my people to put it out there, so I should act in like kind.
Mm-hmm. So when you came up with this idea, I mean, it was like, oh, kind of gimmicky, you know, you see this, but what were you hoping the reaction would be and the results would be for the bank?
Well, what I hoped for is what was received. They were calling me. Could not believe it really was the CEO. The idea really came from the CEO of LifeLock. I don't know if you've seen his commercials where he puts his Social Security number on TV, and I thought, oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
So what can I do to differentiate the bank, because it's a very competitive market in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. So that was the real intent, and it's worked. We've not only got the Business Courier, we've got a national magazine that picked up the story from Business Courier, the ABA, American Bankers Association. Mm-hmm. So we're real excited how it's being reacted to in Cincinnati.
So tell me a little bit about the bank.
Very good. Yeah, American Savings Bank is a 120-year-old bank, headquartered and started in Portsmouth, Ohio. And about 5-6 years ago, they bought Cottage Savings in Cincinnati. So totally different demographics, socioeconomic differences, product differences as well. I'm a Cincinnati banker. I used to run Franklin Savings. I've been in banking for 40-some years. And their CEO resigned. Mm-hmm. And I had known the bank because they were a client of mine for years. And I called up and I said, hey, I'm looking for another gig because I sold Franklin. My non-compete had expired. And they said, boy, we'd love to have you because you're a Cincinnati guy and we really want to grow the Cincinnati market. And we've been successful in that in the mortgage area. After I came on board in October of 13, hired 24 people. We had like 10 people in Cincinnati prior to that. Now we've got over 30. Mm-hmm. And so we're doing probably $100 million a year in mortgage loans. And then recently we've expanded to offer commercial products. We did a technology upgrade back in October of last year that gave us the ability to do some of the things that small businesses need, in addition to the residential consumer products that we've always offered.
Gotcha. And this isn't the first time you've put your cell phone number out there.
Yeah, I was an idiot once before on this one. So no, this was when I first came on board. Nobody knew American Savings Bank in Cincinnati. So I did a TV program, TV campaign in the first half of 2014, where I looked in the camera and said, do me a favor, go into your bank and ask for the personal cell phone number of the president and CEO, and if they don't give it to you, call me. In that 6 months, I received 2,500 phone calls.
Nice.
And some of them were high school girls laughing in the background, and some of them were salespeople, but we earned a lot of really good business out of that, and the name of American Savings is more well-known than it was before I did it.
So now that you've got the billboard up, and based on what you did last time, how will you measure success? How will you know if this wasn't just a gimmick, if this really worked?
Yeah, it's a lot easier than like putting an ad in a magazine or a newspaper, for example. I love ads in newspapers, don't get me wrong. But when I get a phone call, I track all those phone calls, and if Barbara calls me and needs some service, I'll forward her to the person that does that particular function in the bank, and I know whether a business transaction was consummated, so I can track every single transaction. And it's doing what it's only been a week or so now for the billboards. Yeah. But the calls are coming in. Awesome. I had dinner last week with a potential commercial customer that saw the billboard, couldn't believe it. met him for dinner with my commercial loan officer, and hopefully we'll do some business. So
All right.
we're doing great.
Well, I'm sure Steve Watkins, who did this story, will be following up with you to see how you're doing,
I hope
so we'll check in there.
Steve's a good man.
Thanks so much for being
Thanks
here,
a lot
Jack.
for having me on, Kate.
All right.